The air around Valdebebas thickened considerably this week. It was already heavy. A series of underwhelming performances had seen to that. Real Madrid, a club that expects only victory, felt uneasy. Then came the words from Tony Kroos, the German midfielder, usually so measured, so calm. He spoke about the team's performance. His assessment was reportedly frank, perhaps too frank for some. It seems his comments did not land softly. Kroos's declaration, details still somewhat guarded, spread quickly. Like a shadow, it fell over the squad. He is a legend, a voice of immense experience. His words carry undeniable weight, but timing, as they say, is everything in football, and this timing felt particularly sharp. The club was already under intense scrutiny. Every pass, every decision, magnified and analyzed. Kroos's statement added fuel to a simmering fire. A fire of doubt, a fire of pressure. The context is crucial here. Real Madrid is not a club accustomed to prolonged discomfort. Expectations are a constant, crushing companion. Recent results had been poor, that much is clear. Whispers about the team's direction were growing louder. Fans were restless, the media critical. Zinedine Zidane, the iconic coach, found himself steering a ship navigating increasingly choppy waters. Kroos's words were not just words, they were a wave that threatened to rock the vessel further. So, the stage was set for a reaction. It was almost inevitable in such a charged atmosphere. When one pillar of the team speaks out, others listen. Some may nod in agreement, others, however, might feel a different emotion, a sense of unease perhaps, or a feeling that such matters should remain internal. The declaration was public. The response, it turns out, would be too, and it would come from another club icon. Luka Modric, the Croatian maestro, did not stay silent. Reports paint a picture of an explosive reaction. He apparently fired back at his midfield partner. This was not a quiet word in the dressing room. This was a public counter, a passionate defense. Modric, like Kroos, is a titan of the modern game. His voice too resonates with authority and deep feeling. He felt the need to speak, to protect something he holds dear, the team. His words were a torrent of emotion. The core of Modric's message was clear: unity. Above all else, unity. He stressed the critical need for the squad to stick together, especially now when things are tough. He spoke of loyalty, of a shared path. But he also hinted at something more. Underlying issues, he reportedly mentioned. Issues that, in his view, needed a different forum. A private space behind the scenes. Not in the glare of the public eye. This was more than just a disagreement. It felt like a clash of philosophies. Two giants of the game, two close teammates. Suddenly, their differing views were out in the open. Kroos, perhaps seeking to provoke a change with directness. Modric, advocating for discretion and internal resolution. The emotional intensity was palpable. This wasn't about tactics or a single lost match, it was about the soul of the team, the very fabric of Real Madrid. The drama unfolded with startling speed, one statement, then another, a public dialogue that the club would surely prefer to avoid. Modric's reaction was that of a leader trying to shield his men, his fortress. He believes in the sanctity of the dressing room, a place where truths are told, but bonds are not broken. His plea was for calm, for introspection, but delivered with a fire that showed his deep concern, a concern for the present and for the future. The impact on team morale is undeniable. Such public spats are never welcome. They expose divisions, however small they might seem. Players read the news, they feel the tension, the clash of opinions between two such senior figures. It sends ripples through the entire squad. Younger players especially might feel unsettled. Who is right? What does this mean for us? The unity Modric pleaded for feels fragile right now. A sense of unease permeates the training ground. This places Zinedine Zidane in a precarious position. The manager must now act as a mediator, a healer. He has to manage this growing tension. It's a delicate balancing act for the Frenchman. He needs both Kroos and Modric, their quality, their experience. But he also needs a harmonious squad, a team pulling in the same direction. The pressure on Zidane, already immense, has just intensified. He must navigate these strong personalities and restore a sense of collective purpose. The recent image of dejected players said much. Bellingham, Modric himself, young Endrick, faces etched with disappointment after another poor result. This public dispute only adds to that visible strain. Modric hinted at underlying issues needing private discussion. Perhaps these are the root of the team's struggles. Performance dips often stem from more than just on-field errors. Internal conflicts, if left unaddressed, can fester. They can erode confidence and break down cohesion. Modric's call for private talks is therefore vital. Resolving these matters behind the scenes is paramount. The Bernabeu is a demanding theater. It does not take kindly to perceived internal strife. The strength of Real Madrid has always been its resilience, its ability to overcome adversity, often forged in unity. If there are deeper problems, they must be confronted honestly, but within the confines of the team, away from the prying eyes and swirling speculation. Only then can the focus return to football, to winning games, the ultimate Madrid imperative. The public has, predictably, reacted with fervor. Social media is ablaze with opinions. Fans are divided. Some laud Kroos's honesty, others praise Modric's call for discretion and unity. This debate fuels further speculation. Is this a sign of a serious crisis within the club, or merely a passionate disagreement between strong wills? The media, too, dissects every word, every gesture. The pressure cooker environment of Real Madrid intensifies. Every headline adds another layer of scrutiny. Will this episode serve as a wake-up call? Sometimes a frank exchange, even a public one, can clear the air. It can force a team to confront uncomfortable truths. It might galvanize the players, uniting them against the odds. A moment of crisis can forge stronger bonds, if, and it's a big if, it is handled correctly. If the leadership steps in to guide the team through it. This could be a turning point, a moment to reset, to rediscover the hunger and cohesion that defines champions. The potential for positive change exists. However, the alternative is also starkly possible. Such disputes can deepen existing cracks. They can create factions within the squad. Resentment can linger, undermining trust and cooperation. If the underlying issues Modric alluded to are profound, and if they are not resolved effectively, then this public spat could accelerate a decline. It could be a symptom of a larger malaise, a sign that the current setup is struggling to cope. The path forward is uncertain, fraught with risk. Ultimately, unity is the bedrock of any successful team, especially in a high-stakes environment like elite football. History is littered with examples of talented squads that faltered due to internal discord. The Galacticos era at Madrid itself saw its share of tensions. Conversely, triumphs are often built on unbreakable team spirit. Real Madrid stands at a crossroads. This public airing of grievances could be a painful necessity, or it could be the start of a more troubled chapter. The coming weeks will reveal the true cost of these words.